I looked it up. Congress last declared war after Pearl Harbor. It's authorized military force several times by funding United Nations military actions. The presidents of different parties have bypassed Congress several times for unilateral military action. If we can get out of Afghanistan and bring the troops home, looking forward, what will guide you on future questions of getting our country into a military entanglement, if you will?
America needs to continue to be that nation that the world looks to defend freedom-loving people across the globe. If not for a strong America, this becomes a much more dangerous world. We need to recognize as the lone superpower that comes with it the responsibility to be able to protect our borders and our allies' borders. That requires a firm resolve, a strong military, not a military that's being cut back by Kay Hagan and Barack Obama, a strong military, a military that can fight more than one location on the globe, because this is a dangerous place. We have to have the ability to deploy at a moment's notice and to fight terror before it comes onto our borders. America is the only hope for the free world. We have to keep America strong, and we need to make it very clear to our allies that we'll be there, and we have to work very hard to keep a strong military and take care of our military families when those soldiers are deployed.
Mr. Brandon.
It's very important. It goes back to the Constitution again. Our founders spent about 6 weeks discussing how we go from a state of peace to a state of war. And the one thing they said, it will never be in the hands of the executive ever. We've only declared war 5 times in American history, 5 times. We have not done, as you said, Romania actually declared war on us the last time we declared back on them when they went with the Axis powers. So the people have to declare war. They spend time discussing, we're going to have a defensive war in the Christian model, the Augustine model. You could defend that. Jefferson said, as executive, you can never go from a state of peace to a state of war, only in defense. So the idea is what we have to be. Again, it's power under control. It's for American purposes only. A strong America is good for the world, but in a way that is defensive. A defensive does not mean less powerful. It means prepared for that. But again, they were very concerned about having an executive power. It must be we the people declaring war, and then you win with everything you got. Everything you got.
Ms. Grant.
For me, when you look at voting to declare war, you have to first look at what our military strength is, where they're deployed, and are we able to in turn safely take troops and go to where we're looking at declaring war. When you look at that area, say if it's Iran, then we have to look at, is it to protect our people? Is it to protect our military? Is it to protect our ambassadors who may be there? Is it to protect our allies? And if you can answer yes to those questions, then we absolutely must declare war, because when we stop protecting and stop looking after our own, this is what we end up with, because we have absolutely stopped protecting and stopped looking after our own here in America.
Mr. Harris, declarations of war versus military authorizations.
Well, Kelly, I think at the end of the day, it really does come back to what we started with today, and that is that we are in a crisis of leadership. When you have a president who does not have a true foreign policy, then it definitely leaves the whole nation in this fragmented idea of where we're going and how we're going to operate. It's clear that Congress is the one that ultimately declares war. But when you have a president who has a true foreign policy, most of us remember and are old enough to remember something called peace through strength. That was a foreign policy that we were able to be that shining city on the hill. Our generation, unfortunately, over the last 6 years, have become used to the phrase leading from behind. And no one seems to know what that means, yet it's what we've been given by our White House. I believe it's critical for us to take military measures when our security interests are there. Our national security is threatened, but I believe ultimately we must have leadership to guide us.
Mr. Brandon, rebuttal.
It goes back to the beginning again. In the foreign policy, from the Articles of Confederation, all foreign policy decisions were made by the Senate, representing the sovereign states. Madison added executive just to have for courtesy purposes to talk to ambassadors. We got to go back to that power that the Senate does not rubber stamp at the end of it, and Ms. Hagan abdicated her role. She should be originated the foreign policy from the very beginning, but this executive has overstepped their bounds. The Senate's the one that can control that back.
Mr. Tillis, half a minute.
You know, look, I think Kay Hagan supports, I think President Obama does have a foreign policy, and I think his foreign policy is actually peace through weakness. I think that he's actually believes that weakening America, making it seem more vulnerable, is somehow going to make the rest of the world behave more properly. I actually think it's creating the most dangerous environment in my lifetime. We need to have peace through strength, and we need strong foreign policy. We need to stop Kay Hagan's failed support of this president.